Ladies and gentlemen, I think I just witnessed one of my personal favorite episodes of Stargate SG-1. What it do, Ski? It's your boy, Phil34. Today, SG fam, we're checking out Stargate Atlantis. Now I got it backwards.
Bruh, chill.
We're checking out Stargate SG-1, y'all. This one is season number 1. What am I on today? Holy smokes. Let me just finish this coffee. We're checking out Stargate SG-1 season number 8, episode number 15. I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, let's just dive into this episode and see what's going on over at the SGC and or Chulak today. This upcoming week's gonna be the double bubble. So looking forward to blazing through all that. So with that being said, guys, as always, don't forget just to smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And again, I really appreciate all the support and love on the comments, the videos. And if you guys could just smack the like button, let's see if we can hit 30 likes on Patreon. With that being said, let's get right into it.
How about Monday morning?
No, I have a thing with someone from CIA.
Jack is taking out the trash.
So, any big plans for the weekend?
Oh yeah, big. Huge.
Massive.
Me neither.
Oh, what are you talking about? I just walked in with a whole handful of ingredients for my world-famous omelet.
World famous, huh? What's in it?
Eggs.
I don't...
Can't tell you what it is or I'd have to shoot you.
It's beer, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Is it Thor's pulling up? Holy smokes, that's not Thor.
Let me call you back.
I knew it.
Hello.
You're Jack O'Neill.
Yes.
And you are?
Here's a better question. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
I love this.
21. You ruined my life.
This is guys, this is a Tony Stark episode. This is Jack is confirmed. Well, I guess Jack is kind of the Tony Stark of the Stargate universe. You ruined my life. What did you do, Jack? Who'd you cut off in a parking lot? See, I love how Jack was earlier on in the series, right? That's my guy. But I also appreciate, as times are changing, how he's evolving too, right? As a leader, his delivery, his humor. Yeah, he's not as much argument. So they figure out like a new lane for him just to sort of be short, abrupt, funny, memey. Not that he wasn't that before, but they found this groove and they seem like they've been keeping it with it for a while now. See where this one goes. 7 years ago. See, he did cut somebody off. I knew it. Citizen Joe.
We should have gotten here earlier when the real deals were still available.
On a side note, I think I found out that I actually really do like auction shopping. Like I find, even not buying things, but just looking. Like I find it so much fun. Something I found out recently about myself.
Security breached.
All right, let's go.
Dude, Daniel's old hair. This is a throwback.
Excuse me. How much?
That ape usually orders a Coke.
Tough
I mean, a
crowd.
beer. Usually orders a beer.
Let's make sure I'm recording. This seems like it's gonna be a fun one. I'm good. I'm excited. Feeling good, you guys. Feeling good. Also, barbershops where you shoot the shit.
I feel the power to sell moving through me today. Boys, been a slice.
Thanks.
So we're going going for the comical recap episode. Dude, Jack looks so young.
You want to hear a story?
Oh, sure, dear. I'm sorry. What happened to you today at the shop?
No, it's not work related. I have a story, like in those books you read, only different. It's about a team of adventurers known as SG-1. They travel
Leaks.
to other planets through an alien device known as a Stargate.
Extreme deceleration
I remember that.
will disturb the gold no more.
Wow, this is so long ago. Oh my god. If I'm not mistaken, this is a season 1 finale, right? Where Jack's like shooting
Bad
it.
guys. I haven't gotten to the good part yet.
Yeah, that's exactly the shot that was in my head. Man, that season 1 finale was so pog. Yo, that's when I started to like really like SG-1 early on.
That's it?
I think so.
Well, you gotta finish it, Dad. You can't just end a story in the middle.
I tell you what, you get all your chores done, and I'll finish the story tomorrow.
Chores? What are are we, Amish?
Andy!
Go do your homework.
Mom, Dad's tweaking again.
He's gotten so precocious. So detailed. How did you come up with it?
Honestly, I don't know. I just sort of popped into my head.
I like stories that are more about interpersonal relations and a little less to do with things blowing up.
A giant fireball in the night sky.
So how does he end up in Jack's apartment with a Glock? Or not a Glock, you know.
Yeah, they're part of the U.S. Air Force.
Gould.
Goa'uld. Goa'uld.
Depends on the person you talk to.
The bad guy. You said they got snakes in their heads?
Symbiotes.
And what about the fellas with the ones in their bellies?
They're different. They're called Jaffa.
Now, you see, Joe, that's confusing.
Just one kind of bad guy. You know, snake goes in the head, makes him evil, the end.
Bing bada
Called
boom.
the snake people.
Yeah, snake people's good.
Yeah.
They're not called the snake people. They're called the Goa'uld.
I feel as if this is like the SG writers, like Brad and them, pitching this to the network before after the movie or before the movie or whatever it is. And he's like, but what are the people gonna think? This is the conversation they had.
Mistakenly believe that the Goa'uld are their gods, and it's not confusing. It's complex. O'Neill, 2 L's.
May I have your name?
This is so
please, for
meta.
the nature of your call?
My name? I know this is an odd request. I mean, I don't know if you know Colonel O'Neill personally, but could you describe him to me?
Now this is how you get yourself on a list.
I really can't do that, sir.
Jack O'Neill in the Air Force?
Is there a message you would like to leave for him, sir?
Confirms.
That's fine, thank you.
There's something going on. He was curious. This is so cool.
So, in the end, he's going to take Drayak and Ryak to a place where they'll be safe.
So the Goa'uld won't put any more bombs in Ryak's teeth?
That's right. Now, go to sleep.
Okay, this is wholesome, but how does he get to the gun?
Sorry, Dad.
That's also like the cutest kid. Oh my god.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you smoking weed?
I think you've gotten in touch with your dormant creativity. It's your midlife crisis.
It is?
Except instead of chasing your youth by buying a sports car, going hang gliding, you're seeking immortality through creativity.
We can't afford a sports car.
Honey, it's a good thing you're not going to have an affair with a younger woman.
They had never dialed before.
The 8th. GOAT episode. GOAT episode. This was when I was like, this show is incredible. I'm down for the cause. The chills? Watching this for the first time? Whew.
Right. Shut up and let him finish, Bert.
I don't want to sound ungrateful because I really, really appreciate you getting all that stuff out of my head. That we're out there now. And we might not be ready for a lot of this stuff.
Ooh.
But we're doing the best we can.
Damn, this hits different now knowing where we are in the show. Dapping up his boy. Slimy and all.
You have already taken the first steps towards becoming the 5th race.
Dang!
Well, what about the furlings? Are we ever going to hear about that?
Dead
I'm
ass.
sure we'll hear lots of stories about that.
This episode's so sharp and meta.
Furlings. They sound cute. Like Ewoks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, that's
And I
cool.
want
They
that
have exposed
lawn
brick
done
in
today,
the
mister. It
house.
looks
That's
like a
really
wheat field's
dope.
growing in our backyard. Nothing. It's just, well, I've heard a few comments from people in town.
People? What people?
Not everyone wants to hear about Jack O'Neill and SG-1. Put them on paper. You can have them there in the shop like the magazines. That way, if people want to read them, they...
Bro, this is the oddest way to get bodied. If you're the Air Force, imagine your top secret mission getting exposed because of an offhand device from a mission years ago, and this guy just was writing away.
Hammond
Saves the day.
faced a tough decision.
How are you going to cut people's hair if you're dead on your feet all day? Joe?
In a minute.
He's passionate. Let him do his thing. And the best thing they could do for this episode, in my opinion, would make it not anything crazy where he loses his mind or goes psycho. But he's going to. But not to his family, hopefully.
He walked away with sadness in his heart. Yeah.
I love this episode too.
That poor woman. She was with child.
You'll just have to wait until the sequel. You've got to be kidding me.
Is that supposed to be a
What?
joke?
I got something in my
Or like
eye.
intentional?
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
You're such a softie.
There's no way this has been public this entire time. I wish they put Easter eggs showing it. Like there's magazines of SG-1 and nobody knew. Sort of like the TV show, actually. Well, this is just like the TV show Wormhole Extreme, right?
See, I'm not sure you should have sent in this one about Seth. It wasn't one of your best.
They rejected Hathor? Oh, but it was gold.
Yo, this is so good.
Dad,
Now Wormhole Extreme.
I'm writing. Seriously, Dad, you gotta see this.
Also cool to see the kids aging. This is so meta. Now he's watching Wormhole Extreme, which is exactly like his idea. Which makes it even more meta because he's gonna think it's ripped off of him.
Regurgitating the same old ideas over and over again.
This is brilliant.
Boiling them down into a giant melting pot of mediocrity.
Yes. Wait a second.
Stole my idea.
Yo. Oh my god.
Lawsuit you guys had against.
Actually, I have a new one. Just came to me last night.
Ascension.
Until it's around.
Look, no offense, but how many times can these folks save the world from Apophis? What's it up to now? 5, 6 times?
This story's about Anubis.
Yes.
Apophis is dead.
What's the diff? You know what I'm saying? Must be other things we can talk about besides SG-1.
The replicators? Atlantis? Ascension?
You guys play golf?
So this is making, I guess, commentary now on the changes with Daniel and getting towards this area.
Joe, I need to talk to you.
Just a second, honey. I'm in the zone.
Honey, stop typing.
Writing.
Joe, you closed the shop early 3 times this week to come home and write.
I closed the shop because business has been slow. Bert and Gordy liked him.
They work for you. What else are they gonna say?
He's getting
You haven't even read
blacklisted.
them
Holiday, the light, the sentinel.
Okay, I admit those may have been a few small missteps, but on the whole, they're getting better, aren't they?
This is so good.
Well, what do you think the problem is? Tell me.
For one, it seems to me like the team interaction isn't what it used to be in the
Oh my god!
You hate them all?
Don't.
Daniel's just getting a little
I hate
useless.
what this is doing to you.
You really want me to stop?
This is so
Think you
good.
think what?
I think they're real, Charlene.
Is he totally lost it or what?
Joe, please.
If you know where it is, just tell me. I'm not mad. I just need my stone.
You're scaring us.
What is that? What do you grab? A coffee mug? I might be jumping the gun, but this episode is actually brilliant.
Yes!
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The joke here is gonna be so good.
No! Daniel's dead!
That was me! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I hope the Lord that this reaction isn't botched because this is amazing. They're gonna rip Jonas.
Gordy, you're wearing out the floor.
Toss him.
There's,
Wait, let me make sure I'm recording. This is the greatest reaction I've made to SG-1. Potentially. Oh my god, this is so much fun. This is a hoot. Also, they should have, if they wanted to do Apophis one more time, they should have made him a replicator. It also for the fact that was an idea that I pitched, and I actually think it would actually make sense considering not even like 3 seasons later, they ended up making humanoid replicators. So again, I think that would have been a cool idea.
oh, another letter here from the Air Force.
Hey yo.
You read it. We regret to inform you that... Hey, Joe, if you're so sure this is all real, then why don't you follow it up with more than just letters?
Do you remember Armin Selick?
Gone.
Right. Look, I gotta get back to my route now. You guys take care.
Thanks, Calvin.
So Anubis was just frozen like that? That's it? Ball was hella underrated? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hi, Jack.
He's back.
Yes!
Bro, this is like the one-to-one my reaction. This is incredible.
Charlene!
She left the house.
Charlene, you won't believe it. Charlene? Oh, there you are.
If you have even the slightest interest in saving our marriage, you'll see someone who can help you.
Charlene, I don't need a shrink. Just, let's talk. Can we just talk this out?
Goodbye, Joe. I'll call you later.
I guess you could say Charlene's ascending from this relationship.
Charlene!
With the Air Force.
Bro,
But
the
I've yet to
funniest
receive
thing is
any
Jack
kind of
has no
response from
clue
you.
who the fuck this guy is.
Because of this, I realize I have no choice but to take my life into my own hands and come clean with you.
Oh, he's gonna go crazy when Janet dies.
Activating hyperdrive.
This is so creepy. Oh, yep, that's exactly what I thought.
Thanks for seeing me. You look great. If you'll give me another chance.
It was never about the money, Joe. It was your obsession with that stone.
I know. And I owe you both an explanation. This is what Jack O'Neill actually looks like.
Yeah, it was
I
public.
know what you're thinking, but I swear I saw this image in my mind long before it was in the paper. And here, and this.
This guy's
about
got the
sinking of
receipts.
a Russian submarine. It happened the same time Anubis's ship crashed into the Pacific Ocean. They're not fantasies. Jack O'Neill is head of Stargate Command.
There is no Stargate Command! Listen to me. I've been talking to several doctors. You could probably live a normal life.
Which event is this that he's
Oh
taking
my
in?
God. They're fighting in Antarctica for Earth's very survival.
This is so good.
Anubis's fleet is in orbit above us right now.
Joe, stop it. It's not real.
You don't understand.
This just might be my favorite episode in the entire series. Personally.
Okay, look.
Yo, Jack's house is actually really
this
nice.
obviously isn't your...
Don't come any closer.
I know your gun isn't real.
I'm sorry, you're right. It's just a toy.
Yeah, it had to be fake.
Please don't shoot me.
He's not. He's no intent to hurt him.
I'm gonna shoot you. They got nothing to do but listen to what you have to say. They got nice white coats, padded walls, the whole 9 yards.
Please, wait.
Oh my
You're
God.
Brigadier General Jack O'Neill. Once visited a planet called Argos, and the nanites in your blood caused you to age artificially.
Oh, season 1
You had
throwback.
the entire repository of the ancients' knowledge downloaded into your brain twice.
Yep.
You have a thing for The Simpsons, fishing, a terrible ping pong player.
Have we met?
My name is Joe Spencer. I'm a barber. It's all true, isn't it? The Asgards? It's all real.
This is so compelling.
Tell me it's real. I need to know.
Well, first of all, Joe, I'm not a terrible ping pong player.
That is so funny.
Between you and me, I totally see the analogy. Burns as Goa'uld.
Thank you.
And don't worry, I won't say a word about your feelings for... This is such an honor. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done for our planet. There are not enough words.
Well, thank you. I had a bit of help.
I don't
And
get
as far
enough
as
credit
this
for that
whole
shit.
Pete Shanahan thing goes. Doctor, I just say, thank goodness you're back.
I know.
Not that Jonas was a bad guy, but after all you've been through together, you belong here with SG-1.
This is
Thank
incredible.
you, Jack. He's a barber.
Broke into your house? Yeah. Second week in a row.
You could try locking your front door.
Oh, I hope that my video didn't get bodied. Please, please, please.
Shall kick them run.
Joe, the barber.
If you ever need me to use the chair device in Antarctica in defense of the planet, I'm
You're
there.
a guy.
Thank you.
Other than that, his physiology is completely normal.
Do not a great many people possess this ancient gene?
How come I'm the only one seeing these things?
Yes.
And the other thing we know is that Joe has somehow managed to gain access to huge amounts of classified information, and that
He's on
these
the squad.
visions are somehow connected to the stone he found.
I know the hair makes you look different, but didn't it used to be more gold-colored?
I think I got it.
Look at the flow.
Hey, Jack. Cataloging? You bet. My favorite. But it's all gonna have to wait. Indicating that Apophis might not be so dead as we thought. Chulak.
I think the stones were a kind of ancient long-range communication device, allowing people to see events over great distances through some sort of psychic connection. He was getting most of it from when Jack was writing his reports right here on the base. The stone was being stored just a few levels above.
That's why the stories were so easy to write. Stood the work for
All
them.
of his writings, the briefings.
You say they all got reached?
They should compensate him.
Wait a second. If the stones work the way Daniel says, shouldn't General O'Neill have been able to see elements of Joe's life as well?
Theoretically, yes, you would.
Bowling league Thursday nights?
You saw that? Wait a minute, Jack, you've been seeing parts of the life of a barber in Indiana for 7 years and you never mentioned it?
Yeah.
You need a little bit of normal when you go off world and, you know, balance things out a bit.
Charlene?
I only have about 10 minutes and I really need to get right back to work. I want a divorce.
I know. I mean, you have every right to.
This is gonna
But
be incredible.
Before we get to that, there's someone who'd like to meet you.
I'm even
Here
getting
comes now.
emotional right now. This is peak storytelling.
Charlene, meet General Jack O'Neill of the United States Air Force.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man. I think we have some things to talk about.
I mean, let's be honest though, they still got a hell of a lot of issues to sort through. Even if he was right the entire time. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I just witnessed one of my personal favorite episodes of Stargate SG-1. Up until now. Forget the bruh clip.
Bruh, chill.
That was my reaction video to SG-1 season number 8, episode number 15, guys. I hope you enjoyed that reaction as much as I did. And the statement I just said earlier is what I'm going to keep with. This was such a phenomenal episode of Stargate that paid homage to the past, sort of inserted the sort of community jokes that, at least that I'm aware of, and even thought myself on my own watching the show for the first time. From Daniel to Teal'c's hair to, you know, giving props to Sam for blowing up the sun. Just like, this is such like a love letter to the show in the most meta, but not even like over the top. You know what I'm saying? They managed to make it they managed to sort of like masterfully cut it and sew it into a like an emotional story, right? There's this man who's a barber in wherever they said he was in Middle America, who over a garage sale, something so just absurd like that, slowly sees the descent in his life. And now they didn't make it anything so too jarring, like him being an abuser or him like going crazy, you know, right? It all sort of being very sort of understanding and on the backbone that this guy's losing his mind. But we know as the audience he's not actually losing his mind, and he's in fact watching the events play out. The interactions, the way that they wrote him as sort of being understanding and compassionate with his wife, and their dynamic was just so refreshing and played into the absurdity of the situation, and they played that line so well. I absolutely loved it, right? If they had made him, and like I said, there could have been some things where if they made their relationship toxic or like overtly violent, it would have completely ruined the foil of this story. But it works so brilliantly. I can't tell you guys how much I thought this episode was masterful. Now the whole concept again of just going through at least 24 funny shots, sequences in throughout the entire series, going from season 1. Like in the past we've done clip episodes where we've done, you know, slightly relevant things in the past handful of seasons, but going one by one in chronological order from seasons 1 through 8 was just so brilliantly done, and even potentially hinting at a few things too that maybe we not even had thought of. This was such a well done, like not even just well, this was like a perfect episode of SG-1 in my opinion. I don't typically say that. The last time I said I think I saw a perfect episode of a TV show was actually not too long ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, the season 4 finale of Farscape, close to the penultimate for Farscape. That was a 10 out of 10 episode of the show. This might be, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10 episode for Stargate SG-1 here. Now, yeah, I think so. Again, I'm just saying this from the perspective of somebody who's watching this for the first time, and just the way that this was so masterfully crafted. I'm giving it that. I don't do that normally. I don't even think, you know what I'm saying? this is it. This is just a perfect episode. Now, Yeah, I can't even, like, the shots of saying Daniel ascending, it intertwining with the character saying he's alive, and it being at the peak crumble of his relationship, and that giving him hope, and then speed running it with him looking at a blank screen. Just a lot of style, flair, subtleness to this episode, but as well just so well written and so brilliantly executed and interwoven with our story as an audience, as the characters in the show. This was just like all degrees of meta-ness that was just complemented each other so well. I can't even say that there was one moment here where I'm like, oh, it was a misstep. It was all like just accelerating in terms of how brilliant it was. Now, I would love to hear what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section down below. The shot at Jonas was just pure gold. It sucks they didn't make the Janet comment, because it kind of, I guess maybe it was like seeing Janet die made him want to meet with his wife. I don't know, but again, guys, I could talk about this episode for like an hour straight, truly. And I love the fact that it came back, and there was like, and going through that entire journey with regards to Joe's relationship and the crumbling of it made me actually feel emotional when it came to the fact that he had a gun and throwing us off our game. Is this guy a Gould? No, this was something completely different than it being sort of something that we've seen in the past. This was completely fresh and new, and it worked. Truly the best, I think, one of the best executions we've seen in the show. Joe, I think we might have seen the actor before, maybe, but he did a great delivery. His wife playing up in that relationship, and his son, the child actor, the adult actor of the son, teenage version, all well. O'Neill's delivery, perfect. Carter, Sam, Teal'c, everyone was just on their game here. The flashbacks were also really good to just sort of feel nostalgic about the show that we've been watching for 8 years to 2 years now between us. I can't even tell you how, like, is this, I hope you guys can get how much I love this episode from the reaction. I'm sure that I'm almost sure that the audience, watching this when it came out and now, love this episode, because you don't get much stuff like this nowadays, and I don't think you do. This was like an episode of Buffy, an episode of Farscape, an episode of SG-1, all wrapped up one in this perfect, chaotic story that was hilarious and really beautifully put together as like a love letter to Stargate SG-1 in a funny fashion, but also a genuinely interesting and compelling story for this Joe fella and his family. Guys, that was Stargate SG-1 season number 8, episode number 15. I would love to hear your thoughts about this one in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Peace.